Okay, it's after hours, so I'm ready for bed. But I just wanted to share this life hack with my mamas out there who have their children learning to count, preferably those who are in kindergarten and they learn to count from 1 to 100. Not my choice. It's not my not my consent that my child is in stranger school. But if you're new here, welcome. I am Y the G, and I have a 5-year-old beautiful little boy who was taken from me from his father 3 years ago when I got evicted after COVID. I left the state during a custody battle, so he tried to say that I was running away, and he literally found me, stalked me, because I was in a very known platform interview on Instagram. And while he was stalking me, he got a private investigator, found me in my parents' house while I was waiting to move into our new house, and he kidnapped our child illegally and took him across the country. And I've been fighting for custody ever since. Almost a year after that, I went all the way to California to get my son, and he accused me of forcing to breastfeed our 3-year-old child at the time, who actually wanted to breastfeed after not seeing me for 11 months because he was keeping him from me. Anyways, I'm back here after not seeing him for now a year. Yeah, after not seeing him for a year, I'm back in California and we're back at it again. And now, because of the accusation, I'm supposed to pay a court-ordered supervisor to see my son. So it used to be 16 hours that I can see him, but from whatever happened from last year to now, I only get 9 hours a week to see my son, in which I have to pay almost $1,000 to see him with a court monitor who even she knows this is bullshit. But anyways, he's in kindergarten now, and tomorrow is going to be the day that I see him for the first time after a year. Before then, when I saw him, was probably like a 10-minute opportunity that I got during a court hearing because, like I said, he's been alienated from me by his father, who really lives by this court order and is trying to make my life miserable. But it's okay, because me and my son, we're thriving. And so what I wanted to share was, besides my story, more about that later, is the little activities that I've always done with my son that get him engaged as an Aries, as a little boy who has a lot of energy, and as somebody who's very creative and has like an engineer-like mind, and he learns through play. So because I don't teach him right now, because he's in somebody else's care or multiple people's care until further notice, I'm going to take every opportunity I can to still incorporate learning in our playtime, in the little time that we have, in those 9 hours a week that we have. And one of the things that I am doing is that his teacher has told me that he only knows how to count to 30. That's not true. My son has been counting with me and number blocks and Ubongo Kids on YouTube. Check them out. They're amazing, an amazing African cartoon. He's been counting to 100 since he was like 1 or 2. So what I'm creating is that I found this little plastic jar in Dollar Tree. I also found these things in the craft section. They're like little wooden blocks, and I decided to actually put numbers on them, and I'm going to show it to you here. I'm putting numbers on all of them because what I'm going to challenge him to do is, one, we can align all the numbers like 1 through 100, or we can do it by 10s or 20s. And then once we line them up, I'm actually going to challenge him to throw them into the bucket. So we have to count to 100 by throwing the number blocks into the bucket. And of course, I'm not at home right now, so I do have number block toys that make counting easier. If you don't know number blocks, they're an amazing cartoon with amazing, cute little characters that really help you to count, add, subtract, all of those things. But these are technically the number blocks that I'm having to make from the dollar store so that I can have an extra activity to do with my son and also incorporate some of his learning. Because what we're not going to do is try to say my son is incapable of doing things just because he's experienced trauma that a lot of children don't always experience. That's my spiel. Stick around for more videos like this. Love ya. Bye.